Beaner coming at you. Today, in this installment of Born to Egg, we are dealing with flame-broiled burgers. You know, there's a lot of discussion regarding smash burgers, regarding fat burgers, regarding 80-20, 9-10, 90-10. What do you do? What beef do you use? You know, we do enjoy smash burgers. However, I got to tell you, sometimes there's just nothing better than a flame-broiled burger. People have asked me before, how do you get those things so damn thin? Because we here at the Beane household, we do enjoy a thinner burger. That's why we're fans of the smash burger. But I will tell you, there is a trick to the process. And I'm going to share that with you right now. All right? I've got the grill fired up. You're going to notice that I am sporting a Detroit Lions hat. Reason being is they are 2-0-1. And 1. How do you tie the curtain? Anyway, they're in first place. I'm repping. I'm excited. Tomorrow is a big game for us. But for right now, I'm making burgers. Okay? So, Kettle Range. You've heard me mention it in the past. Hands down, without a doubt, it is the greatest product closest to me known to man. Okay? I've got my tomahawks there. I get a ton of stuff there. But their burger, they grind it up fresh daily. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this stuff. Because whether I'm making smash or whether I'm making flame broiled, this, if you check this, just let's go. I mean, come on. What do you want? Now, in order to make the most amazing burgers, you need some ingredients and some tools. Okay. Notably, a beverage, spatula. Thank God for Wisconsin. I like American cheese on my burger, as my family does as well. And then we're very fortunate to have a local bakery called the Breadsmith, and just check these buns out. I mean, shoot, what do you want out of a guy? All right. So the key to making great burgers is to handle the meat. Oh, and salt and pepper, which we're going to add once we get outside. The key, however, is to touch the meat as less as you can. All right? As less as you can. I guess that makes sense. So if you're a adolescent boy, you might want to tune out right now. I use a handful. Notice I'm not touching it much, okay? Flop that bad boy down. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to smush this thing out as flat as I possibly can. A lot of people ask me, Beaner, you know what? Those things have to come out of a plastic sleeve, out of the frozen section at Costco or Sam's Club. And I tell them lies, nothing but lies. Can you see me kind of shape the ends of this thing here? And again, I'm going to pat her down nice and thin. My grill's going to be about 500 degrees. I'm going to go direct on these things, kids, okay? And a lot of people say, hey, don't those things fall apart? And you're going to see for yourself that that's not of an issue, okay? It's really that simple. Pow. Okay, we're going to go deuce here because my son and I are having burgers for lunch. Again, not a whole lot of manhandling. Flop it down. Pack up the sides a little bit, make sure that it's nice and round because you want to have a pretty presentation so it fits the bun, just like it does when you pay $15 at a restaurant for one of these damn things, okay? And you can see that I've done this a few times. You want to make sure that it's not crumbly because then you are going to have an issue with it falling apart, okay? All right. How you like me now? Really doesn't get a whole hell of a lot simpler than that, kids, okay? Now, just for this demo here, I'm just going to bounce out a couple of these things and not waste everybody's time because you've seen me do it now. But one person I want to thank for being a huge support system to Born to Egg is Kim Cunningham. Kim Cunningham, just outside of Atlanta, flipping rock star. She got her second egg today. She's a 2-egg family now. She's hands down incredibly talented, incredibly supportive, and she's the #1 contributor to the Born to Egg group. So Kim, keep bringing it, baby. I see moderation in your future, okay? All right, Sip of bevy. Let's take this meat to the egg. All right, kids, here we are at the egg. A little over 500 degrees. I'm gonna pop this thing, all right? Here's one thing I want to suggest to everybody who might be participating in this video watchage here. Let the coal bed cook down a little bit, because what you don't want is you don't want big flames. You don't want to char these things. You want them charred, but you want the nice grill lines, marks, which, you know, I'm kind of a fan of. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw these things on here. Oh, mention, you'll notice, cast iron grate. Cast iron grate. Hands down, the most important accessory, I should say, for your big green egg or Kamado or whatever the case may be. Patrick Guy, he appears to be giving these things away. He's just outside of the Atlanta area. Here we go. Are we ready? Take it like this. One on. Two on. I had mentioned, man, you can already smell that. Salt. Pepper. I spray this thing a good 20 minutes before I cook my burgers. Lid down. Man, does that smell good already. Now the cooking times on these, you guys, they're gonna range from 2 to 3 minutes, again, considering how thin you smush the things down. Again, my son and I were the only ones that are having lunch today, so I'm only making a couple of these things. But people, again, will ask, how do you smush them so thin and keep them from falling apart? And you can see how I do just that. Now, I like to get the cross lines going. I'm a fan of the cross lines. You're going to see them have a beautiful presentation here when all is said and done. Let this cook for about another 45 seconds on this side. The nice thing as well about letting that coal bed cook down a little bit is it's not as hot as it is when you let that fresh coal, when it starts to really get hot. Sometimes it gets really, really difficult to work with that heat. All right. Pop this thing. Sip of my beverage. Who's ready for some grill marks? Come on. Seriously. Salt. Crack, crack. Move these things down. And here's the thing. I'm not so worried about the cross lines on the bottom. So I'm just gonna let these things go for about another 40 seconds, and then I'm gonna throw my cheese on there. I do like to get my bun a little crisped up, so that's why I brought my buns out here. You can see these things are smoking like nuttiness. Oh man. Piece of cheese. Now, you really don't have to wait that long to let that cheese melt, because those burgers are so damn hot that that cheese is going to melt pretty much, you know, just a couple of seconds after you put that thing on. All right, put that cheese on. Check this. Now again, I go with a high quality bun. Obviously, the better the ingredients that you use, the tastier the product. I mean, shoot, come on. There's burger number one. There's burger number two. Lid down. Shut down. Get ready for your favorite ingredients, ladies and gentlemen. This is Born to Egg. If this was helpful, let me know. If it wasn't helpful, don't let me know. Born to Egg, the group on Facebook. Born to Egg on YouTube with Rob Beane. That's me, your buddy Beaner. Instagram. If you want to, you can find me. Go Lions.